Hello everybody, and welcome to another series of interviews which I created with the intention of having these conversations be with female spiritual leaders. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nushin, and I have a passion for mind, body, spirit connection and union. And inside of this passion, I see our transformation and evolution of our collective consciousness. There is a lot to talk about. There is a lot to go deeper and dig deeper. And today I have the honor and privilege to have Eva Maria Heider, actually from Germany, with me. Thank you so much for joining me and having be this conversation with all your expertise. Because if I want to go through your bio, it just gonna take that whole time. I just, in a nutshell, I would just say that Eva Maria is a mother of the 3 adult children and 2 wonderful grandsons. She's a Reiki master. She traveled almost all continents, and beside one, which is going next month, we're going to talk about that. For healings and trainings, and she's just like a gift. Eva Maria and we met, I don't know, many years ago in one of the healing sessions, and instantly I was drawn to her and became good friends. Thank you for keeping all these years. And she traveled to many places, as I mentioned, and she was living in Sedona and Prescott for over 10 years, right? Before she moved back to Germany. So here she is, Eva Maria.
Thank you so much for the introduction. You are so wonderful, and I will see what's coming out of all this, what you plan, but it's important to bring the women out and share the wisdom. Yeah.
Yes. To me, it's a knowledge and the wisdom that was there for so many years ago, centuries ago. And eventually we lost that. And we all became like so logical and left brain oriented to life. And then my intention is to bring the balance. And we are both female and masculine in one body. So how we can approach through the heart, how we can approach life in a softer way rather than just logic and go and do.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
Thank you. So let us, what you are up to recently. That's also great.
Yeah, I'm back now in Germany about 2.5 years. And I thought, I don't know anybody here, family. That's why I came mainly back and left everything behind in Arizona. I loved it there. I was also back in September. I didn't see you because
I missed that
short. It was just so short. But it was a few months. It was really struggling because it was through all the COVID times when I came back. Yeah. And so I found so many people, and everybody told me before, they will find you. You are like a magnet. And first I didn't believe it, but suddenly I have so many dear soul family now in my life and all over the planet, but also now in Germany. And probably this is my roots. So I have to be here and to create something new.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I will put your information for, I have, as we talked about, so many friends and family in Germany, in Berlin, and all around the world, especially in Europe. So I put all your information that, how they can connect with you and with so many things that you're doing, from the, Reiki to energy healing to light language. It's just so much that you're offering to the world. So what are the newest adventures or the healing work you are doing?
The most healing I do at the moment is energy work which is totally guided without any focus, and without wanting to do something with that person. Yeah, because what do I know? I just open up my channel and my hands start doing something, and my voice, this is very powerful, is speaking while I'm working on somebody. And this is mostly light language, which I do for about 15 years. I didn't know what I do. I was hiding it always until somebody said, let it out. This is something. And I see now that I activated so many people since I do it, because it's like seeds you plant in the auric field. Every syllable, is so powerful. And these are galactic codes, holy codes.
Yeah.
And they are not from me, they come through me. Yeah. And yes. And this is really powerful. Yeah. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And please, at any time, if you feel like you are guided to share the light language with us, please do that. That's for everybody that is listening. And one thing you mentioned is just you were afraid, you were hiding, you didn't want to share. It's happening with the clients that I work. There are so many hidden gifts, spiritual gifts in all of us. And throughout the time, because of everything happened to the people that start to speaking their truth, so we shut that. And personally for myself in this lifetime, it's as a child, I said something that it wasn't allowed in adult life or adult regulation. So I learned that if you know the truth, don't say it and shut yourself up. And more and more and more, as I'm growing up, I see that there are so many truths that I want to speak up. And then I was like, as you said, not be very free to talk about it. And then now more and more, I'm just like free that this is me. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And this is just like a bird is singing, is not waiting for somebody to come and then they start singing. This is my truth. And whomever is connected to this truth and whomever wants to listen to that, they would be attracted to, listen to it. So
and if you do not live your truth, you will suffer. The body will suffer so much. The soul is suffering. And sometimes from outside, people would think she's crazy. What is she doing? Or what she's saying, but because it's not their perception at that time, we are all at a different spot, and it's good where everybody is right now. But it's very challenging when you want to speak up your truth or live your truth. This is it, to live it. And people think, what is she doing? How can that work? But inside, so clear, this is how I do it. And this is how it works. And when I didn't do it many years ago, I was very, very sick. I really was going on a cane. When I was 40, I was really, I looked like 70. Now I'm more than 70 and I'm looking younger than over 30 years ago. So it's just when I started to be myself, be authentic myself, I started to shine. I started to get younger every year instead of, suffering and think, oh, I'm getting old. No, I have still so much to give. I still have so much to learn. And it's just beautiful, this life.
It is. And thank you so much for mentioning that, because as a body worker that I work with so many people, to see how much they hold their soul inside and they don't let it out and they don't speak their truth because of the family members or the society or the upbringing, or it's a woo-woo, don't talk about it. And then it just causes different parts of the body to suffer, a lot of sore throat, a lot of whatever. There's so many places in our body that is suffering because of that. And I learned a term, they say a spiritual flu. So we all get a spiritual flu because we are
Yeah.
having the high temperature, and we are all having congestion, and we are not aware of that. So
Mhm.
that's a very, very great point. Thank you for that.
Yes. Yeah. So I learned a lot about the symptoms the body is showing to you.
Mhm.
And when you start talking to the symptoms and start loving them instead of being angry about how you feel, and just invite and accept what's happening, then it goes away
Yes. Yes.
because you love it. When you love it and embrace it, it will just disappear.
Yes, I can say with my personal experience that all through my life I suffer for the very severe migraine headaches, which one
Mm-hmm.
part of my body was paralyzed. I couldn't see,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't hear. I have to shut down all the light and sounds, and just for my kids, they grow up
Yeah.
that okay, mom has her migraine, and then slowly I learned to how to deal with myself and my emotions and my mental process and my body, and I shifted my life through like completely different paths that I was going. And knock on wood, I can say it's about 18 years I never had even one single episode. And
Mm. Good.
you mentioned another great, I want to say like the gold, it's about, you said, rather than be angry of the pain, how we
Mm-hmm.
can love it, how we can embrace it, because we are just learned that okay, take this pill and then next day you're gonna get up and go, rather
Yeah.
than wait.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, for me, it's just the feminine way of approaching it. Just
Mm-hmm.
wait and receive that pain and go through that pain and see what that pain is wants to communicate to you, and what are the lessons. Just wait, just sit down, don't do anything. That's another thing, rather than just want to go away.
Yeah. It's easy to take a pill, but it's always coming back.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah.
When somebody comes to me with migraine headache, and I just tell them that, how to process and how to accept it
Mhm.
and how to go through the pain.
Yeah.
That's another thing, because there are so many challenges in life. There is no way we can go over it. We cannot go under it. We cannot go around it. We have to go through it, and
Yes.
that's just opens up another side.
Yes. Yeah. Books helped me to grow spiritually and grow my soul, or find my soul, however you want to say it, in meditation. And one of the first books probably was one of which you also like, Osho.
Oh, yes, I love him.
Osho,
Even
Osho,
though
my
there are
man.
so many controversy about him, but
Yeah,
I don't care about the messenger. I care about the message.
the message. And there were good messages, which I suddenly had a different point of view of life and myself. So this was the beginning, yeah, many years ago, yeah. And then other books came, and when I came to the States, I started the Course in Miracles.
Mhm.
Don't know if you're familiar with that. That is really changing the mindset, yeah. And I do it now it's now my 13th year that I'm doing that every day, yeah. So this is very helpful, and yeah.
In any way that we can get connection to the soul. And
Yeah.
one of the questions I ask my client is that, what are you afraid of? That,
Mm.
are you living through your soul, or you're
Yeah.
just like, based on what you have been told? This is life.
Mhm.
This is the linear life. Certain
Yeah.
age you get married, certain age you have kids, certain age you have to go to work or retire, and this is the retirement. Who says all that? There is no linear life. There is a soul, there is a journey, and the beauty of being in that soul, being in a physical form. And that's
Yes.
as limitless as a soul is, but we are limited in this physical body. So how we can navigate life in happiness, in joy, and in really in spirit.
Yes.
Why we are in this physical.
Yeah. Breath is very important, to conscious breath, to really come close and connect to your soul so easily, and being grateful for every moment and what you have is so great, is so powerful. And more is coming without looking for it. And it surprises around me since I'm back in Germany, and all my life, actually, since I'm on that path. Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed that, as I mentioned, the shift in our collective consciousness, and I'm learning myself and through the people that I work with, it's the way that we were doing things is not working anymore. So we have to shift. That's why I love to bring the conversation with the feminine spiritual side. And there's a lot of misconception that we talk about that later, but how we can just use our heart center and our soul and gratitude and our breath. And I always say, don't believe me, don't breathe, see what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
breath is life, but not just the breath that randomly comes and goes, but the intentional, the prana, the life force, how we can use that and use it in our daily life.
Yeah, it's so powerful. Yeah.
It is
When you discover that, then
yes.
new doors are opening up. Yeah, if you discover that and practice, conscious breath.
It truly opens up the whole new doors, and if we can say new realms of consciousness. And nowadays we hear, the third dimension, fourth, fifth dimension, or above. But until we experience all these dimensions through the breath, meditation, or healing, sound energies, the light language, there's so many ways. And my intention is to bring all that to whomever wants to navigate, whomever is tired and knows that the old way is not working anymore. So what are the new ways? As you mentioned, the books, the healings, the Reiki, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, it's coming to you, because when you're ready, these things come like a magnet to you and show you something what you haven't seen before, and you know exactly, this is here, I have to go, this I have to do now. And so, but I also did 6 times actually, and many times more, is the Mystic Rose. I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah. Yes. And I'm also a practitioner of that, and it's a very powerful thing to change your life. Yeah. And the first week is just laughter, no talking, 3 hours, just laughter, and you get to loosen up. And the second week is just 7 days, 3 days a day, tears, because these tears are coming. You clear up so many traumas and whatever is even from lifetimes. Yeah, it is so powerful. And the third week is just sitting in silence, and you be a new person after that. It's so powerful. Yes. It's happening in Sedona again in July. Yeah.
I'm always inspired by the trainings and the healings that you do for yourself and with others, like Vision Quest. That part, but I know you have a lot of experience and training in vision.
Yeah, the Lakota tradition, was and still is very important to me. I was drawn there, and I'm a pipe carrier. I had to do my pipe, and I did all the blessings and the songs. And the first time I came into a sweat lodge, I said, I could sing all the songs. And the woman next to me, it was the wife of the chief. She said, "I thought you are here the first time." And I said, "Yes, but it
I
just
don't think so.
it just came." And so it's very, very powerful. Yeah. All the prayers, all the healing in the sweat lodge is just so powerful. Yeah. And I found also something here in a beautiful place. It's called Eifel. It's a volcanic place. Lots of, the energy is fantastic there. It's about 1.5 hours about from here. And this is also Lakota tradition. And I'm very happy I found that in Germany.
Wow.
Continue. Yeah.
That's great. Are you teaching and guiding people also?
No, I'm not doing that. It's more the men who do that in the in that part. Yeah.
As I said, I haven't had the experience, but hearing through you and so many other people that they are doing it, it's just like it's a great experience to go
Yes.
through that vision quest for 7 days, because I know a shaman that he said he did it for 15 days, but and he doesn't recommend anybody to go more than 14 days. His own limit was 15, but for the vision quest, he just takes people from 3, 7 to 14 days. And as I said, because I don't have that experience, I cannot talk in detail, but I hear great stuff that you just see like clearly.
Yeah, but in our tradition, our clan is in South Dakota, the Spotted Eagle clan. And it is so that you, the first year, do 1 day and 1 night. The second year, 2 days, 2 nights. And you only do it 4 days, 4 nights. Yeah. And it's very powerful. If you miss it 1 year, you have to start at 1 again. Yeah, you have to, and you prepare 1 year before you even go. You prepare 1 year. It's a lot of really preparations to do it. Yeah.
I'm just so inspired for the extension of your training and your expertise. So tell us about the new adventure.
New adventures. Yeah, I'm going today. In 2 weeks, I'm flying to Spain, Andalusia. And I'm meeting a very dear friend. She visited me also in Arizona many times. And she's spiritual. She's also doing the Mystic Rose practitioner training with me at that time. So we share a lot of similar healing modalities. And so we do a lot of healing. And we also go out to the country in the mountains. And there are wild horses. And a woman has a farm there. And she used to work with children or teenagers who were, mentally, maybe the parents were had HIV or had some drugs or whatever, So she was working with the children and the horses, and she wants to do something new in the future. So we start doing a small group in silence and just be with the wild horses who walk around, and they would come, of course, to you. They find you and what maybe you have to still heal in yourself. The horse knows. The heart, the aura of the heart of a horse is 5 times as big as a human heart. So I used to do in Arizona healing with horses. And I had my massage table in the, how you call that, in the paddock, or how you call that? Yeah, where the horses are. And people would come lie on the massage table, and the horse would come and help me. As soon as I started to get into present and to work, the horse would see me and come and work with me on that person. And it was always so magical because people start crying. They had spontaneous healing. And she wanted to see what I do there. So I'm excited to practice that also over there. And yeah, I was never riding a horse. And yeah, somehow it's a powerful healing together with horses and human.
Yes, I always say if I had the means and the time, and I never grew up with any pets. I don't have any pets, and then I always say if I had the means and time and everything comes together, the only pet, not pet, but the animal I would love to live with is a horse. I love
Mm.
horses. I
Yeah.
just so relate to those, and
Yes.
definitely the healing power.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yes.
And when I come back from that trip, middle of February, a week later, I'm flying to Egypt. That's what you wanted to know. Yes. And this is the only continent I haven't been, Africa. So I'm excited to set foot on that continent. And we are going to the Death Sea, and it's directly at the sea. And I heard this is the throat chakra of the earth, of Gaia.
Mhm.
So I'm there with a group of people and we activate something there for the throat chakra of the earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. That's I heard another gentleman. It doesn't come to my mind his name. That he was in Egypt and he was around the pyramid because something is being activated there for
Yeah.
thousands of years, and
Yeah.
then the people that they are connected, they are drawn to that place and either start more activation or receive the activation and then bring it to different parts of the world. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the Africa is calling you.
Yes. And I always wanted to go to Africa, but I said I will never do it alone because I traveled alone the whole world.
Yeah.
But Africa was something I had respect to go there. Also because when I did my first past life regression, I learned that also. This was the only time. I'm not a visual. I don't see really like pictures.
Yeah.
I'm a feeler, kinesthetic. I feel, I know, But at the first time I saw a picture and I saw myself as a dark black shaman. Yeah. And so I think I will activate more gifts when I step to that country.
Yes, yes, that's what I hear. It's they say 5,000, and I do believe it's way more than that. That
Oh,
we
yeah. Yeah.
access to it, that
Yeah.
there is a lot happening that, and if we want to go through the history, we all have the black DNA because that life was
Yes.
started at that.
Yeah.
And it's going, it still is going, for that powerful uh,
Mm.
um, seed that we all have it. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful that you are experiencing. I cannot wait to hear your experiences after you coming back. So
Yeah.
with the respect of your time, because I can sit here and talk to you forever.
Time flies. Yeah, I know.
I've been in your presence. I've been in that table with you, and
Yeah.
we did another many healing sessions together. So I know the power of your presence, and just for the respect to your time. If there is anything you would like to add to our conversation, or as I said, if you feel like you are being channeled to do some light language, please feel free. And I know these are not something that we can force it if it's just really aligned with our
Yeah.
time, our session. And if there is
Yeah.
anything else you would like to add to it.
Yeah, I feel maybe I want to give some gratitude for that moment that we have together for all the women out there to maybe activate something in them. And tsaka namatik to pa want ka tayo utab na dia on OTV na mati ka pa tayo uma atekea pa shana taki ana ohi tayo takishia na pea koistia na ita pakahea. Huistiana huia ke onkuaia te ia mate suia mai ke hui se kai o te pi. That wanted to come out.
I received it.
Yeah, me too. Goosebumps.
Yes, all over. Yes, yes. And again, I cannot thank you enough for the work that you do for the world, for everybody around you, and Germany, especially to all my friends and family in Germany and in Europe.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see you again, and
Yeah.
either in Germany or US, Arizona, and hear about your new adventures and
Yeah.
what you have done. Thank you again, and I'm sure we connect soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nushin. All my love to you.
Thank you.
Let's hold hands with all the women. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.